Our first guest. Our first guest leads anything but a simple life. She's a fashion designer, a mom, a best-selling author, and her new novel is called Priceless. It's currently out in bookstores. Please welcome Nicole Richie.
Hi, Ellen. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, thanks for coming. So you're on to your next book, huh? What's this one about?
Well, it's a book I wrote about my life because I really want my fans to know the real story. I've gone through a lot of struggles through the years, and I wanted to write a book to fully explain my side. The public has only gotten bits and pieces and therefore have made judgments based on just those pieces. I really want them to understand me instead of relying on stories written about me rather than by me.
I think we can all remember a few of those struggles. Like this picture that I found on your Wikipedia page when you were in trouble with the law some years back. Can you explain this picture?
That was a really hard time in my life. I was into drugs, drinking, and partying a lot. My life was in a whirlwind. I was trying to find myself but was looking in all the wrong places. I was confused of who I was and what I wanted to be. I just recently started being in the public eye, and people don't really get what that is like. You have cameras on you constantly, stories in the media written about you, people judging you on what you're wearing and who you're with, and every move you make. I just didn't care what people thought or how I was presenting myself.
I definitely understand. It is a hard transition into the spotlight. I think it also affected your weight. TMZ compared these two pictures of you. Within 2 years, you went from the picture on the left to the picture on the right.
Wow, yeah. Those pictures are really hard to look at. It did affect my weight, and I was never the type of girl to watch my weight or count calories, but after being on The Simple Life and more in the public eye and standing next to Paris out of all people, who's one of the skinniest girls ever, it made me more self-conscious and aware of my physical image, so I started to eat healthier and be more active.
Well, both Us Weekly and Life and Style magazines wrote articles saying that you had an eating disorder. Do you believe you had one?
Just because I dropped weight quickly and the tabloids said that I had one doesn't mean that it's true. I wasn't dieting in the correct way and wasn't getting enough protein, so I decided to see a nutritionist to help develop a plan to diet in a healthy way.
Well, it seems like it's worked. You look great now.
Thank you.
Things seem like they're going really good for you now. Marriage, kids, fashion line. It seems like this drastic change happened in such a short period of time. In 2006, you were arrested for a DUI, and in 2008, you had Harlow and started your family.
Yeah, I have 2 kids now, Harlow and Sparrow, and 4 businesses. And I have a jewelry line called House of Harlow 1960, and I've written 2 books. My husband Joel and I started the Richie Madden Children's Foundation to provide proper health care for children in America.
That's great. It seems that you've made such a drastic change in your life. From the image of rebellious, irresponsible young person to successful mother, wife, and businesswoman, it seems now that we should only expect great things coming from you. Are you ever concerned with what your children might learn from your past? Your kids and your fans worldwide are going to be able to Google you and look at the same pictures and read the same articles that we do, and that might not be in your best interest.
As a mother and as a role model, that's always in the back of my head. I'm just a lot more cautious now of the image that I'm sending, not just to my children, but also to the whole world. I believe that I have been setting a good example for my kids, and I only hope they learn from my current self and not from the images and articles written about me in my past.
You can buy Nicole's book Priceless in bookstores nationwide. Nicole, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you, Ellen.